A good night of Shabbos to everyone. Shabbos Mevorchim, Chodesh Iyar, Tavshin Pei. This story is L'schus, Pinya Korf. They added a name, Rebbe Fol, Pinchas. So sein gesund haben nach der Fuhr Schleime taken from Miyad immediately. One Simchas Torah about 15 years ago. I was in 770, and while saying L'chaim, eating some herring, who do I see next to me? At Pinya Korf. And we know each other. And I say Pinya L'chaim, and he says L'chaim. And I saw something particular about him that was a little different, a little strange for me at least. And I said to the Pinya, my high, what's this type of behavior? It's not who I know you to be. So he said to me that there's a Hayoim Yoim where the Rebbe says about the idea of Kabbalah Soil. Of Kabbalah Soil, of accepting what Hashem wants or doing what Hashem wants. And he told me that Hasidim of old would, during his times in Samarkand, Hasidim, and later in France, Hasidim asked, what's the Rebbe being Mechadish? It's a Davar HaPoshet, it's a simple thing. And he said, the Pshat that Hasidim said is that the Hayoim Yoim is referring to listening to what other Hasidim say, what other older Hasidim say. And he said to me that whatever he was doing that I found to be a little different and strange was what Hasidim are saying should be done now, and that's why he's doing that. That's what he told me. Why do I remind myself of this? Not just because with Chusay to have a Refuah Shalema, but because as we go into the Shabbos, and it's Ani Hashem Refa'acha Iyar, that the Refuah comes from the Yudke, not from Elikim, not from Adnai, but from Yudke Vovke, it comes from God Himself, the essence of God. We have to ask ourselves a simple question. Is life going to be the same now as it was before the corona outbreak? In other words, the fact is that the shuls are closed, the oil is not visited by many, and 770 is closed. Achar Shel Pesach, there were farbrengens from windows, and so we're going to go back in Mitzvah Shem to the shuls being open and the farbrengens, but will it be with the same intensity? Will it be more or be less Chas v'Sholom? The Rebbe says in the last Maim of Tzava, he says a word over there that we see by some who had Mesiras Nefesh, they had self-sacrifice for Yiddishkeit in the oppressed countries. He means Russia. When it came to the free countries, to Eretz Yisrael, to America, we don't find the same Mesiras Nefesh. Says the Rebbe, that's proof that even when they had the self-sacrifice in Russia, it didn't come from their essence, from their etzem. And the Rebbe in the Maimah V'Atat Tzava explains and demands and shows that real Mesiras Nefesh comes from the etzem, from the essence. And if that's the case, what's the difference whether you're in an oppressed country or in a free society? And I think of that in the same vein. The proof is in the pudding. And the pudding is Chodesh Iyar. Chodesh Iyar is a month of Refuah. So there's going to be Refuah in the world. And factually, we know that our President Trump and probably other Netanyahu and other leaders are all planning on opening their countries. So the freedom will come back. Al Kopanim, at least it'll be external and superficial. It's up to us, Yidden, and especially Chassidim, and especially Lubavitch Chassidim, to take that vort of that opinion shared and implement it, meaning we have each other. If we will live with each other and farbring with each other and respect each other and seek each other's counsel, it's just chazak, and we'll really mean it. Not that one will feel better than the other, bigger than the other, but just he has to pretend, he has to shake his head. But really believe in the principles of Torah and the principles of Chassidus, and the principles that the Rebbe shows us. There's no question that the refuah won't be a refuah that's an ordinary refuah, a regular Chodesh Iyar refuah that we have each year. But this refuah will be la'achar ha'irur, as the Rebbe always quoted the Gabi Yutas Kislev. If there's an irur, if there's a complaint about a contract, and then it's verified the contract's a stronger contract. This refuah is coming li'achar after already a judgment and a diyun and a whole situation. So b'meila then it shows that this corona was only a stepping stone to something greater. May the Eibishter help. It should be this way. Pasha Kipshuti, everyone should have a refuah shlema. Who needs a refuah shlema, and the Eibishter will help. That will take the Ani Hashem Refa'acha, Be'ifun Shel Simcha, and will go with tremendous joy, happiness, accepting the Eibishter, loving the Eibishter, and learning Chassidus, and learning the Rebbe's Torah, and will be Zeicher to Gula Shlema Karav Mamish.